Here's a scenario that happens to investors all the time. You own a stock, you've done your research, you feel good about it. Then one morning you wake up and it's down 12%. And you have no idea why. You start Googling. You find out there was an earnings warning or a regulatory announcement, or a competitor just launched a product that threatens the entire business model. And the news broke 2 days ago. That's not bad luck, that's an information gap. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to close it, using AI to build a news monitoring system for your portfolio that takes about 10 minutes to set up and keeps you informed automatically. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the AI Portfolio. I'm your host, a CFA charter holder with years of professional market experience. This channel gives everyday investors the same tools and thinking that used to be reserved for Wall Street, free every week. Nothing here is financial advice. This is a research skill. Let's build it. All right. Open your browser and go to ChatGPT or Claude. We're doing this live together right now. The first thing we're going to build is what I call the weekly portfolio briefing. This is a prompt you run every Sunday evening. It gives you a complete snapshot of everything moving in your portfolio before the week starts. Here's the prompt. Write it down or pause the video. I own the following stocks: Nvidia, Microsoft, and Apple. For each one, please tell me 1. Any significant news from the past 7 days. 2. Any upcoming earnings dates or major events in the next 30 days. 3. Any analyst rating changes or price target updates. 4. Any macro news this week that could directly affect these companies. Summarize everything in plain English and flag anything that requires my attention before the market opens Monday. Paste that in and hit send. What comes back is a clean, structured weekly briefing. Every stock, every relevant headline, upcoming events, analyst moves, and a clear flag on anything that needs attention. This used to take an hour of manual research across a dozen websites. Now it takes 30 seconds. But the weekly briefing is just the starting point. Let me show you 2 more prompts I use as part of my routine. The second prompt is what I call the earnings preview. Run this 3 to 5 days before any company in your portfolio reports earnings. Here it is. Nvidia is reporting earnings in the next week. Please give me 1. What Wall Street analysts are expecting for revenue and EPS. 2. The key metrics I should watch beyond the headline numbers. 3. What management said on the last earnings call that the market will be comparing against. 4. The single biggest question going into this earnings report. 5. What would make this a good quarter versus a bad quarter in plain English? This is your pre-earnings checklist. Instead of watching the report cold and reacting emotionally, you go in knowing exactly what to look for. You've already decided what a good quarter looks like before the number drops. That changes everything about how you respond. Now the third prompt, this one is my personal favorite. I call it the macro weather report. Give me a plain English summary of the 3 most important macro events happening this week that could move the stock market. For each one, explain what is happening, why it matters, and which sectors or types of stocks are most affected. Then tell me, is the overall macro environment this week a headwind or a tailwind for long-term stock investors, and why? Every week there are Fed meetings, jobs reports, inflation data, geopolitical events, and most investors either ignore all of it or drown in the noise. This prompt cuts through. It tells you what actually matters, which sectors are affected, and whether you should be on alert or can stay calm. Here's the full routine. It takes about 15 minutes a week. Sunday evening, run the weekly portfolio briefing. Flag anything that needs attention before Monday open. 3 to 5 days before any earnings. Run the earnings preview. Know what to expect before the number drops. Anytime you feel uncertain about what's driving the market, Run the macro weather report. Get oriented in 2 minutes. One important note: AI doesn't have real-time data. For the most current breaking headlines, pair this with free Google News alerts for each company you own. Set them up once, and you'll get an email anytime your stock is in the news. AI handles the synthesis and context. Google handles the real-time alerts. Together they cover everything. Your homework this week: run the weekly portfolio briefing for the stocks you're tracking right now. Drop a comment telling me the most surprising thing you found about one of your holdings. I read every single one. Next week, we're putting everything together. I'll walk you through a real portfolio review from start to finish using every tool we've built on this channel over the past 10 episodes. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and I'll see you in the next one.